All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started. A couple things I want to do first. I want to embarrass two people, so I'm going to ask Santos to come up here and Brandy, so come up here, please, because it's half the fun. I don't know if they knew that yet, but that's going to happen. Okay. Here we have basically our floor supervisor, manager, the loudest one in the room always. That's Brandy. Okay, Santos is my vice president of the company as well. And when you get stuck in anything, we're here to help you 100%. That's the ultimate goal. Okay?
Yep.
Anything you want to say?
Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it. Get every bit of knowledge out of it because this is his last one.
So.
That's it. We're working very hard. Those of you get into partners, we got lots of deals we're working on. So keep at it and join us.
A lot of exciting stuff coming up, huh?
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, let's begin. Let's understand something. Here's the problem. I've done boot camps literally off and on for years and years and years. I'll say 40 plus years. Okay, a boot camp to me, and I call it boot camp, they want to call it summit now. Everything's changing how you do social media and what you say. For me, it's 3 days of trying to help you build your business. Some of my clients here online or even in the room have my own kits. The old kits that used to be at Home Depot, Office Depot, literally, and Best Buy, all these companies had my kit. Legal secretary, okay, all the rules and tools. They had all these little kits and all the forms because it's a paper trail. Okay, it's like corporate lawyer, that was one as well. And unfortunately, when you die in a coma, someone steals your life, what do? So the bottom line is, I want you to learn from my story. I want you to realize everybody goes through what I call, oh shit day, week, month, or year. And it's just the way it is. But again, we have to change the way we think. It's like you look at this picture here. Become a puppet master. You see, what we're going to do the next 3 days is we're not going to talk about building your business. We will do that too, but our focus is to buy a business. See, a puppet master does not run a company. A puppet master is an investor. A puppet master owns part of a Wendy's restaurant, a storage unit, a laundromat. I think where the world got screwed up is they didn't build legacies. The other thing is they didn't build income. See, the reality is income is what you need to focus on. You started a business to be an entrepreneur because you want to build income, right? You want to pay your bills. And then you have all these things against us, from the IRS to the credit to what? What do we get to do? Friends and family? Oh my goodness. In 49 years, I've watched people get ripped off by their friends and family. Hate to say, but it's true a lot of times. Unfortunately, it happens. It's like I tell people, you don't ever co-sign for anything. Whatever they want in the first place, there's always a way to go get it. If you ask me, I'll show you how to go get it without a cosigner. Every time someone cosigns, that person that screws it up blames you, the cosigner that helped them, and it's always that other person's fault. And they don't care. See, if I hand you $1 million today, let's pretend in this room, because I used to do this all the time. Literally, I have $1 million in cash, and Brink's standing right there. What are you going to do with the $1 million? I used to bring $1 million in cash to some of the workshops and boot camps for the hell of it, because it was fun. Okay? Real money. What would you do with the $1 million? See, you think you know what you're trying to do, but the reality is I don't think you have your foundation. See, $1 million, what am I going to do with $1 million? First thing, it depends on the person. I'll buy a house, I'll buy a car. The answer is actually no. See, you should create debt to offset taxes. So if we understand what I want you to get through this next 3 days is to be a puppet master. You drive by things you should own today. Own today. Santos has a 30-year plus background in real estate, and that's why he's my vice president as we line up things as well. As I made millionaires and billionaires all the time. So again, look at what we're looking at here today. Life, auto income. Your focus is let's look at you, rebuild you, and let's get you past that. 90% of the clients that I get auto income for, or whatever they're doing today, so I just want to do this as a little bit. I just want some auto income and, enhance my income, whatever, simple. By the time I've got 9 locations going on, they go, I don't want to do what I used to do. They actually quit doing the things they used to do, quit being a doctor and a lawyer. All right, so they end up doing what? Auto income. See, a corporation's a legal person. Every corporation should be a management company, management. It should never do business. All right, then always people always go, well, you got to raise credit. Yeah, I do, but I don't build liability to it. The divisions are the ducks and the sheep. You got Ray Reynolds Financial Service. Yes, I do. I build credit, but I don't build liability to that too. See, everything that's got my name on it, I don't build liability to, but why would I do that? I think liability is what kills the dream. I think being a procrastinator kills the dream every day. See, you did the same rerun yesterday and the day before. I'll tell you, get up earlier every day. I get here at 3:30 in the morning. I like being here. Why? Nobody bugs me. Nobody bothers me till 6 o'clock. All right, when you have a wife and you have 6 kids and 13 grandkids and your wife has a friggin' zoo, you never get any time for me, but I have time for you. Got it? So what happens is very simple. My me time. I need my meditation time. Okay, I meditate. My wife, I freaked out when I met her years ago. It takes me less than 3 minutes to fall asleep. I learned meditation, all right, from basically my martial arts and the business and playing with that. Okay, so again, yoga and everything else and Tai Chi and the way to meditate. We control ourselves. The problem is I don't think you learn to control you yet. I think your problem is going to be you. We look at this here. Did you draw it? When you walk into a room, for instance, when I got to be the professor at Harvard, no, it was actually in Berkeley. Okay, Harvard, all right, I always thought those guys were just pompous turds. They act like they're everything. We just want to attack them. Knowledge to knowledge. But I got to be a subs professor. It was kind of fun. I walked into a room and they didn't draw what I had on the board. I threw them out of the class. They showed up late. I threw them out of the class. See, my knowledge is priceless. What I say, every word, you have to write it down and focus on it. I got a gift God gave me. If you focus, understand, what does this mean right here? What does it mean? See, we can't rebuild you. We can't get to the puppet master dream and buy the business unless I rebuild you, period, about your personal credit. You're measured by numbers. Your social security number. Okay, that's the first thing you got to realize. 14 to 16, you were told to go get one. You signed an SS5 form. You didn't pay attention to that. You're a bunch of sheep, let's do that. You did what you were told, but you didn't ask any questions, most of you. You didn't dissect it. Why am I doing this? This is just me. My word I use all the time is why? Why? Then you're measured by a credit score. Then you got a 1040 tax return. And then you get a measure, you got a wife, you got kids, all this crazy stuff. And then you take on too much. Every entrepreneur, or every one of you online or here, you've taken on more than you should. You're working harder, not smarter. You're kicking your own assets. It's called silly and silly and silly. I just call it stupid sometimes. See, I don't think you do stupid as much as I kind of push you. I think what we do is we follow stupid, and so we do stupid, but that's not good. I don't think we're stupid because you're smart enough to be here today online or here. We look in front of this. Look at this guy here. His arm folded. Okay, well, hell, he got his first billion at 21. But that's corporate structure. I will never say I'm a billionaire. Never. I got 2.6 billion at 26. I'm playing a game because I know how to play and I want to win. That's the goal. I want to win the game. I want to win the game. But if it's my game, I'm in charge. I think you need to kind of be more in charge of you right now. I think the goal is to become a puppet master. Yes, I got the silly nickname of the Godfather credit from KNX Radio. I've been on that station almost 50 years now. All right, I go to Belinda Lee's, or whatever, cooking hour at the time. I had my own show on KNX as well. And from there, what did we do? I had George Putnam as well. I did radio shows with him years ago and David Horowitz. So I'm all over the map having fun. And when I sit down, she goes, oh, I hear you, the Godfather credit. It kind of stuck after that. See, I have built 60 billion of credit so far of this stuff. This is easy stuff. But our problem today is that every credit card has a heartbeat. It has a heartbeat. So we have to understand, how do we get what we need and focus on that, because it's confusing on social media. It is so confusing, it's ridiculous. So it's like we go through the goal setting. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you to take pictures of things that matter the most. Most of you on your cell phone, you take pictures of things that don't matter at all. And then you never look at it again. Well, that's just simple. So what do we get to do? So in the beginning, no pictures, no recording, because I want you to focus. If you took pictures today of 1,000 pieces, which one matters? If you took 1,000 pictures today or videotaped something, what matters? You see, it's like all the events nowadays. I'll tell you what's important is you. You're the most important thing in the room or online. So when you go to any event, you want to get motivation. That's great. But ask a question after you watch all these different stories and their testimonials. What's in it for me? What's in it for me? See, you're trying to run a business, and I'm going to convince you to run your business, fix all your problems, but I want you to be a puppet master, and I want you to think the way you've been thinking your whole life. I think you've been thinking wrong. Sorry. I never wanted to run a business, but I ended up owning businesses all the time. So if I own the Wendy's down the street or a percentage of it, the storage unit, the laundromat, I have an income. The world needs to focus on income. That's the point. Income, income, income. Income, I can pay my bills, I can free up my time. Page 6, paragraph 3, in my system, when I was 16 years old in 1976, page 6, paragraph 3, cash flow, future time, financial freedom, I wrote it. Some of the guys stole it a little bit, that's okay. All right, then he filed bankruptcy because I was going to chase him down the hill. Winning the game of business, it's a chess game, winning. But our mindset has to be different. Okay, some of you have shitty credit. Some of you go up and down all the time. When I designed this, and I can say I designed this because I did, it's simple. This is the 25% rule, okay, to 29% rule, okay? So if we don't take care of our credit, rebuild us, or we're going to have a very difficult time to go get what we want. Now, I get clients, well, I can buy a house without good credit. Yeah, you can. It's a bank statement loan. It sucks. So you can take your bank statements for the last year or so and give it to them, and they're going to get a hard money loan for you. Okay, about 6, 7, 8%, whatever. That's fine. So you don't have a great credit, but the reality is just going to look at it. So what do we get to do? We have to understand how to play the game to win. Do you like the word no? Good morning, Lynn. How you doing? Okay. I don't like the word no, and I don't want to lose on anything. Okay. I like to win, and I like to have the upper hand in everything I'm doing. Okay. I'll say no to somebody just to see if they have the answer. I'll ask a question to somebody when I already have the answer to see what they know. Okay. And they're thinking, well, why didn't you know that already? No, I'm trying to find out what you know. See, everything is an interview. We're going to learn about interview process as we do all these pieces as well. It's like when I got sucked into a government program when I was 14 and a half from Tewico Junior High to Orange Coast College. I got to be trained how to kind of screw with people, how to talk to them, how to control the conversation. We need to learn how to talk and walk. Winning the game of business is important to me because I like to win every time. I don't like to lose. That's when I got into the point about a homestead blocker. UCC went in chattel mortgage. So when I lease out a piece of property, even if they don't pay me, I still win. I got to win. I got to take care of a family. That's the goal. So if we look at winning the game of business from Repackaging America, the first edition was in 1976 when I was 16. I already brought in a friggin' $1 million, okay? I'm having fun. I invented car finding, all kinds of things as well. But again, what are we going to do? I'm making money. The corporation has over $1 million in the bank. $1 million in the bank. So I'm on top of the game. I built a mansion in Nellie, California when I was 16. See, I was a weird person, a weird kid. I was always reading. I didn't have friends. I moved 24 times by the time I was 11 and a half years old. That kind of sucked. So if you made a friend, you lost a friend when you moved anyway. So my childhood sucked. I didn't have a childhood. But I learned that the bottom line for me, I focus on the shit I went through, the pain I went through, and to remind myself never to do it again. See, I use that energy to go forward. I always have. My wife said, why do you bring that up? Because it pisses me off. If I'm pissed off, my energy is going forward, is it not? If I'm pissed off, I'm motivated. See, sometimes you got to get pissed off. Okay, if you're pissed off, are you motivated? Are you trying to prove the world wrong and you're right? That's the goal. They told me I was retarded because I can basically do what? Memorize everything. I write with both hands. Pick one. Hell no. They're telling me what I get to. No. I'm basically talking like I'm 20 when I'm 10. That's not my problem. That's their problem. It was always their problem, not mine. Winning the game of business. Today, you got to protect your ass. As you roll the dice. But you keep bringing the pain home because you don't know what you're really doing anyway, as far as I'm concerned. I think you have an amateur hour. So if we're going to win the game, we're going to plan the problem. What is the problem? Okay? Today, I'd like you to dissect your life. Dissect it. So let's write down the word dissect life. That's all we need to do is write down. That means we dissect house, car, wife, husband, kids. If I don't build you a foundation, I can't get you where you want to go. The problem you're all missing is your structure. Most of your structures suck. They're terrible. I got an LLC, who cares? All right, I don't care what you have in the type of corporation when I'm building structure. What I care is you have a corporation. Everybody's so full of crap, it's ridiculous. I wish I could put all the experts on a stage and we'll just talk. I'll bet you $1,000 to $1 million in cash, they're all going to leave the stage when I'm done with them, wagging their tails behind them. Okay? I've been reading 15 books a week since I was a kid. Okay? I have total recall on most things. Believe me, I'll tear them apart. I don't like bullshit. Okay? Do you understand bullshit doesn't pay your bills? That's what I wrote in a book years ago. So I don't care what type of corporation you have in the beginning. See, it doesn't matter till you make money. Then you figure out structure. Money gets you the honey. What is the honey? The building, the car? The wife, the husband, the kids? What? What's the honey? So if we look at this line here, and this line here, what are you doing? Whee! When I trained Yarborough for TOW in Experian, it was simple. I wanted to see the oldest credit card, the oldest card. Then I want to look at every card at 29% rule. I created that because it made sense. It's how you measure things and what you're doing. All right, it's like Experian being the #1 credit bureau in the world. Okay, they're out of Ireland, all right, Ireland, Dublin, Ireland, have been for 40 years now. See, credit is your tool. The reason you failed, and I'll say failed, you didn't have enough of this. Did you like feeling like you lost? We all feel like losers at times. We all feel like we screwed up. We brought the pain home. No. If we get to the point we play the game right, even when oh shit happens, we don't bring the pain home. Isn't that the goal? You jeopardize your family. You did. Why would you do that? Why would you jeopardize family at any given time? Because you didn't know any better. That's the only excuse I can come up with people is they didn't know any better. That kind of sucks. They didn't know any better. I find that to be an excuse because what happens is you have to realize one thing. You didn't know better because you didn't research it enough. You didn't research enough to make sure you didn't bring the pain home. So our choice is pretty simple. How am I, a kid, born in a taxi, mommy stuck me in a friggin' trash can and left a note for the hospital to me, gonna get to billionaire status? Watch other people? Hell no, they're all telling me lies. I looked at the letter, okay? I have a girl's name. You know what that's like? My first name is a friggin' girl's name. Ray's my middle name. I went to school in Torrance, Watts, all right, Long Beach, all the great areas. You had to learn to kick it or run. I'd rather die than run. That's just me. So I had to understand one thing. Girl's name sucks. Everybody teases you and gives you crap. You better take that pain and fight through it. I'm going to reference it because it gives me the fuel to be pissed off. Why was I pissed off? I wanted to prove to my mother and father they made a wrong decision. Just because they're shitheads and billionaires, so can I. So I did what they did, better than they did. All right? See, there's the goal. It gave me fuel to piss me off to go get it. Plan the problem. Today, someone's going to sue you. You're driving your car at Sam's Club. It's simple. All right? We watch the bloodsucker attorneys on TV every day. Billboards everywhere on the freeway. And everywhere social media. They're going to sue everybody. There's even one ad that says, before you're sued, just pre-plan. If you get sued, call us. What? So in other words, go slam on your brake, get a lawsuit, get some money. Isn't that what they're telling everybody? That's how I see it. It's like, come on. If you were sued today, it would be because you bumped someone's car at Sam's Club. That's why you're sued. You're sued because you weren't prepared. You're sued because you were not prepared. You didn't plan the problem. That car registration should never be you. That's called stupid. I'm sorry, I call it stupid. Why would anybody ever, Nick, I need my driver's license back. Okay? So why would anybody ever register a car to a person. What's a legal person? What's a legal person? A legal person is a corporation. A legal person is what? It's me, it's you, it's a corporation. So if we're looking at the law is very clear. A corporation is a legal person. I'm a legal person of flesh. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, Liz has it. Okay. So what we have to do is understand, if we're going to build you up the right way, I got to protect you. I got to tell you everything I know here so you can plan the problem, because you're going to get your assets kicked. Every lawsuit, all right, there's a problem. They name you in a lawsuit because you're the registered owner. But you're an entrepreneur. Why would the car be registered to you? When they audited me in 2011, come out of freaking coma, I'm trying to get my stuff back. 3.7 billion of structure. And the auditor says, I don't drive a Lamborghini, why did you? I told him flat out, I'm a smart son of a bitch, you're an idiot. I said that in court. Well, what'd you say to me? So you heard me, sir. You heard me. I'm a genius and you're an idiot. Don't bitch and complain because you hate the player in the game. Okay, that's simple. But then the auditor said, well, that car's going to be driven and written off 80%. Okay, sounds good, sir. When you drive it home, you can't write off that 20% driving home. I said, that sounds good, sir. I said, but the IRS code right here says as long as it has a marking of marketing, I can write off the 20%. Huh? You look at the car. The doors, the wing says to the Ray Reynolds University. The back, the lights play, everything's that. Oh, okay. I said, but the problem is you didn't check the registration, sir. Okay, why would I do that? It was bought to a corporation. It's not even my damn car. Okay? Huh? See, everyone we deal with, as far as I'm concerned, are stupid. Isn't that terrible? I think most people are stupid. I don't think they're physically, mentally stupid. I think they're lazy and they follow stupid. This is the keys of that damn car that day. It's only an LPO 6040. Hell, it's $1 million freaking car. It's not even my car. See, I will not own anything, but I got all the damn keys. You see, I'm a puppet master. I control everything, I own nothing. I control everything, I own nothing. That's what your goal should be. Your goal is to control the bank account, to control what needs to be done. Don't own anything, that'd be stupid. If they sue you, they screw you. That's it. You're sued, you're screwed. That's it, flat out. You're in the rabbit hole, you're raising your right hand. You're going into a deposition. And what are you going to do? By the way, are you married, sir? Yes, I'm married. Okay? Well, if we assess you a tax bill, we get to reassess it to your wife. Is that okay? He's asked me permission. Now, my attorney at the time is David Kenner. So write down the name David Kenner and research him. He owns Death Row Records. And everybody helped famous to get into the business, from Snoop Dogg to everyone else, to Shania and everything else, he represents them. He owns Death Row Records. He stands up in court and says, Your Honor, excuse me, the deposition and all this other stuff, and we're going through the audits. Sue me, sir. Mr. Reynolds has a prenup and a postnup. Now, what does the guy behind the desk auditor say? What, did you sign it yesterday? They're always a bunch of smartasses. Everybody in court, like, if you're guilty, you're not guilty until you're proven innocent, but then they're saying you're guilty, so they're going to treat you like you know what. You're in a deposition. Mr. Kenner said, excuse me, sir, he signed that 5 days after they were married, sir, by 9 of the top attorneys in California. You see, I love my wife. If they sue me, they could sue her. I'm not going to jeopardize my wife because that'd be stupid, and I'm not stupid. Okay? So if they sue her, they would sue me. She's not stupid either. See, if we don't bulletproof ourselves and build a foundation, it doesn't matter how old you get and how much money you get. If they sue you, they screw you. That's it. You're dead. You're dead. If we don't repackage you in my original systems and books, it's like Humpty Dumpty time. So I want you to plan the problem. I'll guarantee you, if you do what you're told to do, I can get you to $10,000 a month, auto income. Now I guarantee the 10, and I have a $2 million bond on top of that as well. So what do? If you listen, every division can do the same thing. Sometimes you get $10,000 a month, you're fat and happy. Now, when I named the book, or basically level 3, I screwed up. I called it reaching the finish line. Like, what the hell did I do that for? Every time I raise the bar, the line and reach it, I'm going to raise the bar. Every time. So if I plan the problem today, I said dissect you, wife, kids, house, everything else, car. If we don't dissect ourselves, we have a problem. We have a big problem. One lawsuit, that's all it takes. One lawsuit, okay? So we got to plan the what? Problem, okay? So if I get you, and I get you to $10,000 a month per division, how many would you like? I don't understand why you drive by the goodies every day, didn't pay attention to it. You should have paid attention a long time ago. But again, that's on you. So planning the problem. Next, we got to think about, okay, house, kids, and all the goodies in the car. What about the house? What about the house? The house. Here we have a house. And the silliest thing I watch husbands and wives do, they both want to be on the damn loan. They want to be on, I don't understand stupid. I don't understand stupid. It just drives me. It's like, why don't we just scratch that damn chalkboard all day? Just scratch the hell out of it. Let's just go crazy. Because it sucks. We have to understand something. God made us one. And whatever you believe, that's up to you. He made us one. Okay, no problem. Everything else is separate. Period. Period. A house should be purchased under married man, sole and separate person. Married woman. Who wants to be the duck? I think who's on the house is the dumb one, okay? I think the one who's on the loan is stupid. Simple. I don't care. I think they're stupid. They're on the house. Good for you. But here's your problem. Every one of you bought a house personally, online or here. You didn't do it right anyway. It should have been escrow, close, homestead, trust. You didn't do a damn homestead. What's a homestead, Ray? I hear it every freaking day. You're 50 years old. You don't know shit. What's wrong with you? How do you man up, woman up? Damn, it just pisses me off to no end. No one taught you to homestead your own damn house? And you didn't put it in a trust? No wonder your previous people in your family left you something. You were in probate. We have probate attorneys because people wouldn't spend $30 That's called stupid, in my opinion. So we have to plan the problem. Got it so far? Only one person on that damn loan, period. Then I counsel her husband and wife. Well, honey, I want to be on the loan. No, stop. Let me explain, ma'am, a little bit more. Who's ever controlling the trust controls the asset. Your husband and wife are on it. So if he's the dummy on the loan, let it be. Let him be the dummy. And you control it through the trust. Is that okay? Now, understand. Now let's watch. We can file, all right, basically tax return, husband and wife are separate. We can file a compiled, write down compiled return. A compiled return is where a husband and wife file a tax return together and list their kids, period. And corporate divisions do the same thing. So we have to understand legal person and corporate person. So again, we can file tax returns separate or different, that's fine. But the house, I thought we were supposed to protect the family. What happened? I've watched more people lose their house being stupid in the first place. They didn't plan the problem. You have to plan the problem. And I said being stupid. I didn't say they're stupid. I don't think people are stupid. I think half the people are freaking lazy. Lazy. So we got to get past the laziness, understand. If I'm going to build you in your business or I'm going to build you a puppet master, you better protect your ass. Yes, because someone's trying to take it away. Someone's going to get your goodie because you didn't cover your assets. So it's like anything else. Escrow close before you got the damn keys. Before you got the keys to that house, you moved in. They should have, escrow company, should have did a homestead and put it in a trust. But your problem is you didn't realize they worked for you. 99% of you, well, thank you for helping me. You're the escrow company. All right, you're their boss and you're thanking them for doing their damn job. What is wrong with you? You're supposed to tell them what to do, not them tell you what to do. If they didn't do it for you, you should have told them what to do. There's your problem. Okay? From now on, all houses will be bought through the irrevocable trust. Write it down. Any property you live in from now on is bought through an irrevocable trust, period, because I said so. And if anybody says anything different, put their butts on the phone with me. I'll tear them apart. I don't like people giving bullshit to my clients. I protect my clients every step of the way. All 33 million of them. 50 billion people I've helped so far. I don't like stupid. So when a CPA and attorney don't know that they're crap. You'll listen, if you ever listen to Linda's testimony and other ones, she said, I always told my attorney, Ray said. I went back to my attorney and tax attorney. Ray said this. Because it made them do their job. See, an attorney is practicing law because he hasn't got it right yet. And I passed the bar too, but hell, I don't drink. See, the goal is simple. We got to play the game. House you have to protect. For me, it's simple. I didn't have a house as a kid. I was homeless many times than I want to be. I'd eat out of a trash can. It sucked. Okay? And then the people I live with, well, at least we got you a shelter. They were never there anyway. They were abusive. What good is that? Okay? It just sucks. So if I get a house, I got to protect the house. I got to protect my wife, my kids, the house, the car, and make sure if someone sues me, they can't screw me up. There's the goal. That's planning the problem. Planning the problem. Okay? I want you to focus because I want you to change the way you think today. You can build your business. I'll help. That's fine. But our primary thing for the Puppet Master Club in these 3 days is to get you to buy a damn business, to create auto income. Your life is based on income. It's based on income. And you want to do what? I got a guy yesterday, he's doing construction. He's 64 years old. He wants to do social media and help his construction business. I help him and his daughter going, no problem, okay? They ask, what do you think? Hell no. Hell no. Sir, construction's changing. Laws are changing. Why don't we take $100,000 and go buy a damn Wendy's restaurant? Let's get some auto income. You want to do what? Aren't you tired of working your ass off? Aren't you tired of juggling 50 things at once to pay the bills? Isn't it time you do auto income we should have did in the first place? So my clients on the phone, I tell them what to do. Always have. I argue with clients all the time. I argue with Linda all the time. I argue with Mrs. Walker over there all the time too. Because it's my way. I don't like their way. Their way sucks. I just want to win. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to win. And that's the goal. If we don't plan the problem, we're screwed. Sorry. This guy always lost my job. Well, first of all, he's a liar. He's running his jammies. I want to help as many as I can. That's why you have the trucks or food or the washer dryer on one side and the shower on the other. And we want to have a homeless parks. Lost my job. Okay, what do we do? First of all, if it was true, me coming out of coma, what did I do? Okay, I find my whole life is all screwed up. I overplanned everything. I really did. I gave my wife a black cassette back then. I gave her a little cassette and a letter what to do, and don't sign anything against these 5 people in the room. That's it. Never sign nothing. But she got tricked to sign a POA. It's only $3.7 billion. Okay. This guy here lost my job. If it was true, okay, then go drive Uber, Lyft, or DoorDash. Simple. Instant money. It pays the bills. That's all we got to do. Have a garage sale. I had 12 garage sales in Huntington Beach in 1 year, and I got cited 3 times. $50 every time. It was worth it. Simple. You're allowed 3 a year. Who cares? So again, I think he's a liar. He's wearing his jammies. Now, the real people need help. Let's help them. They screwed up. Our country screwed up in the 70s and 80s. Lisa, I've known for years. She works for Fairview State Hospital. She's a nurse. The crazy people used to be in the hospital. And basically in the late 70s, we let them all out. Now they're roaming the streets. It's like the Walking Dead everywhere. We got crazies out in the streets. Homeless, we need to help. Crazy, we need to basically take care of them. If not, they're going to kill somebody. And they do that every day. Our world is so screwed up, it's ridiculous. But what do you do when you come home from coma? Coma, 2011. What do I do? Simple. All right, we went to my house in Huntington Harbor, closest to the hospital. I got houses in Havasu, Big Bear. I got mansions all over the place. I'm worth $3.7 billion freaking dollars, having fun. We do it on Beach Boulevard, go down to Edwards by the private beach, Portofino Cove. Open the door. My wife opens the door. Now I get a note from the doctor. You can't drive for a year. You can't breathe. You got to walk around this oxygen tank like you're 150 years old, okay? She opens the garages and the cars are missing. I have my favorite Lamborghini, my Enzo Ferrari, and my Mercedes. They're all missing. What the hell's going on? What would you do? Okay? I thought I had it all protected, In the hospital, I heard, all right, you're going to sign a POA. I think maybe, is it real or a dream or whatever, a vision? No problem. I didn't really know if it's true. So I grab my oxygen tank and I run through that house. Okay, who's in my house? This is, I own half these houses here. I pay cash for this damn house. Who's in my house? Man stands up, I got a gun, I'm gonna kill you. I got 50 guns in my head. Woo, woo! Police everywhere, Coast Guard everywhere. Oh shit. Right at that point, I'm thinking, what the hell's going on? I'm in a dream. You ever think you're in a dream sometimes? I'm in a nightmare. I get walked out of the house. Barrison walked out nice and Ray, it's not your house anymore. Oh shit. Right then, what happened in the coma was real. Oh shit. What do I do? Now, I have to react. I have to go, what? What is my job? My job is a husband, a father, and a man. I got to man up. Okay? Even though I might be pissed off inside, I can't say it. I cannot say what I want to say because when a man does that, he's stupid because a woman's a tape recorder. You have to bite your tongue and shut up. Most men don't know how to shut up. All right? And then the wife plays it back to him the rest of his life. Shut up. Simple. Walk to the garage. This is on the floor. My daughter just turned 18 the other day. 18, just on the floor. I picked it up. My daughter's booty at the time. Son of a biscuit. What am I going to do? What would you do if you lost 3.7 billion and the world just came down on you? What do? You plan the problem, right? That's what always you got to do, plan the problem. But again, oh shit happened. It's simple. So we got choices here. First, I got 50 guns wanting to shoot me and kill me. I get to leave, that's fine. So all of a sudden we're focusing. What do you do? Now, I cannot react to my beautiful wife and my kids that are in the car, all right, the way a man really wants to. He wants to scream his head off. He's stressed. It's the world's coming against him. And it's like, oh, son of a biscuit. Got to stay focused. What do? I look at my Rolex, the presidential one at the time, my wedding ring, my necklace and bracelet. Honey, go to Mark's place. One of my clients owns Jewelry Mark. Okay. So we have to be able to react fast as possible. See, the problem is you sit there sometimes and you fester and you screw it up by the end of the day. Oh, you jack up the wrong damn credit card. If you didn't jack up the card, let's see what happens anyway. Okay? But again, I come out of there, my wife's in the car with the kids, no problem. Where's your wedding ring? Where's your Rolex? Your necklace, your bracelet? Okay. Honey, they're being cleaned. See, I will lie to my wife if it protects her, period. I will not dump my shit on her anytime ever. Because that's not what a man should do, in my opinion. That's why my book called Bite Your Tongue to Live Longer. Because you got to shut up. But again, what do? I got $16,400. See, some of you are starting from zero right now. Is that correct? We're starting from zero or pieces we have to put together. So I got $16,400. What am I going to do now? That's not enough money. I call the attorney. He hangs up, go to his office. They call the police because I'm screaming my head off. He won't come out and talk to me because he thinks I'm going to kill him. Probably true, but anyway. I go to the bank. The president of the bank won't basically, your bank account, you don't have any bank accounts. What about my safety deposit box? Everything was stolen. What do you do at the end of the day? I got the police called on me 4 times in a friggin' day. I got handcuffed and put in the back of the cop car in the same friggin' day. We went to Mesawood Apartments. Oh, I'm going to rent an apartment, honey. We're going to find a foundation here. I get a box from the attorney, the secretary. Here's a key in a storage unit. Okay. All my shit's in a box, so the key. What do? The reason we went to Mesawood's apartments because I leased one when I was 15, when the government said, finally, I can be an adult at 15 and a half. The man there called the police because I'm using a dead man's social security number. I'm the dead man that didn't die. I get to come back. So I got handcuffed, thrown in the back of the car. That suck. After we explained it and they verified it, I got handcuffed. See, half the cops out there are jackasses, period. Half are good. The other half suck. Now, I can't really say that too much because guess what happens? My son-in-law is the head of the SWAT team and the trainer in Arizona. He used to be a pastor. Now he's that, okay? Like I said, half are good, half are bad. What do we do? So here I get this ability. I'm fighting through the pain, trying to get through that process every step of the way. And what do we do? Okay, honey, find a place. We have to lease under your name. So we lease it under my wife's name. It's a 2-bedroom condo. It's like a little cottage, car garage. There's 2 of them. Now we have no furniture. We go to the storage unit, and everything in there is my wife's clothes and my clothes. Everything is gone, stolen, okay? I call a client named Mark. His family started the Goodwill, by the way, if you don't know that. He says, Ray, whatever you need, we'll have it delivered today. No problem, we got it delivered today. I'm on a mission. Same mission you need to be if you're starting from zero to hero. Let's go to Best Buy. What do I have to do? I cannot stop but go moving forward, okay? All right, I have to move forward. See it, believe it, and go get it. Get it, go get it. Best Buy. I need an instant account to my corporation. I don't know which one's even good anymore. I got lucky. The first one I said, they did. They gave me $25,000. So I'm at Best Buy, $25,000. I need a computer, I need a bag. I want that little square, and I want these Visa gift cards. Okay, so what I got? I got to gather money. I got to build a foundation. Start from zero to hero again, right? I got to get past go. I got to replan this whole process, and my life's just all screwed up. We're ducks and sheep. Court, they're going to give my wife a tax because they want to give me a tax and make me pay the reimbursement of the fees for the court. And they have to prove that she has a prenup and postnup. Okay, good. They can't tax her. All right, they can't really tax me. Later on, they said this was a mistake, an error. You ever notice they blow it up in proportion, then they give you a little note that's an error? Son of a biscuit, what do we do? So again, everything's okay. 2-bedroom cottage, cars. All right, honey. Now my wife, she goes and buys these sheets and stuff for the beds. No problem. She has to clean them. My wife's Colombian crazy as can be. That's why I love her. She's just nuts. She has to do the laundry before we can go to sleep. Okay, got to bite my tongue some more. 12 o'clock in the middle of the night. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, shit. I've had the police call on me 4 times in a day, put it in the back of a car, got released from that too. What am I going to do next? We walk out to Beach Boulevard. Beach Boulevard, the cop says, hey, do you live around here? Yeah, we just moved in. Congratulations, he says. You just moved to Hooker Row and Drug Alley. You ever had an oh shit day? You ever had an oh shit day? Okay, we were stuck there for 6 months, every friggin' weekend. So now, the only thing that saved my ass, and this is where you need to play and understand what we're gonna do next. We're gonna basically look at this as well. And I know they put it somewhere, here we go. So let's understand, okay? A corporation's a legal what? A corporation's a legal what? So the corporation hasn't screwed up yet. A corporation hasn't screwed up yet. Ray Reynolds right now is a duck and a sheep, everything's screwed up. What's screwed up, I don't know. I have no idea what's screwed up. So again, I have to find out the screw up. I have to find out how do I get my wife and my kids, all right, to take care of them and take care of me. And at the same time, not go insane. Do you know how many men should actually be going crazy? Every one of them, okay? Most people don't realize a man puts it all in his head. He feels the pressure like the world's coming against him. He wants to scream his head off, but he cannot. That's what happens. We feel like we have to man up to be a man, okay, the old way. But again, that's what it is. Now, if I didn't have my 3 divisions, I'd be screwed. So let's write down, all right, right here is a corporation. Let's go over here and let's make sure we put 9 divisions out here, okay? So 9 divisions. All right, luckily I could use my own products. So the bottom line, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay? So here's a corporation. Like I said, I don't care what you have in the beginning. I care about how it's structured in the beginning. Your corporation's a management company, period. If you name it after you, that's called stupid. If you name it what it does, that's double stupid. If it actually does business, that's triple stupid. As I said, All my companies that call Ray Reynolds anything are a marketing tool. I do not build liability to that because that would be stupid. Got it so far? So I got 9 locations, 9 somethings. The next thing is we have the word you. You. Your problem is you're a duck and a sheep. You didn't realize you could have 3 divisions of you. You did not go through the process and realize you signed an SS5 form. SS5 equals SSN. You signed that form. You did this at 14 to 16. You didn't pay attention. That's your problem. Now, if you didn't do it, that means mommy did it in 71. In 1971, mommy did it because they took away the Gold Act. All right, our president, all right, Nixon, August 71, took away the Gold Act. So there, everyone at the baby had a baby, all right, it's a legal person of flesh now. They have to sign the SS5 form at the hospital before the baby's released. We are manipulated and controlled. We are manipulated and controlled, period. We are a number for the government, period. We are bonded up to 35 million apiece. So let's understand to play the game to win. I want to play by their rules because it's their game. It's their game. We watched President Trump, all right, debate Hillary Clinton, and they said he paid $750 in taxes. That is not true. He paid $750 for the filing. He didn't pay any damn tax. 0 tax. Because he's allowed to. Now, rich and famous people pay tax every damn day. We get a property, that's house, that's police, that's fire, that's road, that's school. We pay 7 taxes per gallon of gas in California. It's ridiculous. No wonder everyone's leaving California and not enough people coming here in the first place. Plus, we have Gavin, who's an idiot, governor in the first place. And then we have Bats, who can't run the city because she goes on vacation during fire season. Damn, these people are stupid. Well, what do? Now, a corporation, you know it's going to sign an SS4. I hope you're drawing what I'm drawing here because this is your map. This is where you're going to get past go, protect your assets, and basically don't get knocked down ever again. Well, what do we get to do? We're building a line of defense, okay? Your business you run currently should be one of your divisions. You're allowed to write down disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Write it down. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Now, what I looked at is from my studies and reading 15 books a week, the world and what's happening in the banks, everything else. Because I got credit cards in the damn mail when I was 9 years old from Helping Hand Industries. It's like, oh, this is a clue, I guess. Your banks, they're going to loan money, but they're borrowed from the Feds times 10, loan back 5 to you. So as we play this game, we have to understand something. We can disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Bank of America, you look on Google right now, it says they're shutting down another 3,800 locations the other day. They signed a lease, a 100-year lease. So here's their parent company. They do not build liability to their parent. Watch what happens. Bank of America, corporate office, does not build liability, but it has a what? Subsidiary. What did I say? Your corporation has a division. Same process. That's how I got it through my head as a kid. So what do? When they bankrupt under the Federal Protection Act, they're allowed to bankrupt that location, has a separate tax ID. Bankruptcy code, if you look at it today, says SSN, SS4. You have 2 things to file bankruptcy. You only get 1 SSN. That kind of sucks. The SS4 was designed for people as well. People. And you didn't realize that because you didn't do your research. So what happens when they bankrupt the locations, they get to write off on their taxes. If you would learn to play like the big boys and girls, you could win the game too. But your problem, you're still doing what you do. I think it sucks. Okay, now, one of your divisions here, or another division of you, I have a division named Ray Reynolds. It's a division of a corporation. It is connected to this corporation here. You write me a check, I can't bank it. I can't bank a check. I don't have a personal account. I do not have a personal account. Why would I want one of those? Okay? You write me a check, all right, Ray Reynolds, I'm going to basically put it in the account here because there's a division here. Now, there's 4 major banks we're going to play with, but I like B of A for one reason. Now, let's understand, in 1996, I sued all the banks, and I won. They beat me up, and they say, no, I won. They wanted you to have different bank accounts for every division. The answer is no. Got it? One corporation. And at the same time, different bank accounts, and then they want the average balance to build a line of credit. How the hell are we going to have a line of credit for an average balance when I got 20 accounts? I'm taking $1,000, put $50 in each one or something? Come on. There's no way to do this. It makes no sense. Share the same account. We connected the dots. So here, a division of me gets the money. I get to bankrupt it. No, excuse me, I get to deposit it here. If there's an issue, I can bankrupt the piece. I never jeopardize the parent company. See, it doesn't matter if you have an LLC, LLP, C or S corporate PC right now. We'll look at what you have and your structure, what you're doing currently. And that would be the goal. Your corporation and its divisions on one bank account should be receiving $100,000 a month. That is $1.2 million at the end of a year. That is the bank going to give you all what you need, and also you get your blueprint loans as well. Not a problem. But what we have to understand is, I don't have an account, but I got a division of me. If I buy this house today, okay, the division bought the house. The division bought the house, not the parent company. Because I have a division of me, I get to sign it as a division of me. Ray Reynolds, under tax ID, SS4, gets to sign it. Am I hurting me at all? Never. Why would I do that? I don't understand, stupid. Do you? I don't understand the way you do things. All right, sorry, it doesn't make any sense to me. If I didn't have my 3 divisions of me, in my what I call 5 closet divisions, I would have took a little more longer to build up to that $1 million of credit. It took me 6 weeks. Again, 6 weeks. Or if I didn't have it, maybe it would take 7 weeks. The bottom line is, to me, everything I go through, every oh shit moment is a challenge, and I challenge myself. I take the good, bad, and ugly, and I feed it to me. It motivates me. It's my fuel. Okay, I don't want to get back to be broke. I don't want to be homeless. Yet have a trash can. So every time I think I'm going to panic or I focus on one thing when I have an oh shit moment. I get out my daughter's shoe, and I realize she's more important than I am, and I put it away. And I go do my damn job. I man up, woman up? No, man up. I got to take care of my wife and my kids. 5 daughters and a beautiful son. Let me tell you, a lot of fun. I'm lucky I have any hair left. 5 women in my life. Actually 6. But that's the way it works. So I want you to plan the problem. I want you to protect your assets. Today, you should line yourself up for Navy if you're military or a military person. SoFi, all right, because they will give you money when you don't deserve it anyway. How's that? As long as you have a person military, and me, I got sucked into a government program when I was 14 and a half, and I didn't think I could get a Navy account a couple years ago. I called and said, hey, by the way, hey, we can find you right here in the system, sir. No problem, I got a Navy account. Fantastic. Now, my wife's not military. I got an access code for her. She got her account too. So it works. Okay. So we got to understand how to grab money. How do we grab money when we need money? You need to write down how to grab money when I need money. See, the problem with money is you get yourself backed in the corner and people control you. I want to have more than I need so I can control the transaction. And I want to tell that person to kiss my assets. That's just me. I'm not going to back myself in a corner. I'm going to make sure I got as much credit as I need. All right? Sitting here's about $12 million. We got cash credit. Oh, we got our Dun & Bradstreet credit. We got the personal credit, $100,000 here. And hell, we got to have our divisions too. I color code these. Why? I want to be able to grab the credit if I need it now. So for me, it's like, oh shit. A company is always going to suck out all your money. Your bank account's like a monster. It's like a monster. It's faster you bring in, it's going out. And then you're trying to get a little reserve. Oh my goodness, how do you do that? So again, what do we get to do? Everybody's got a sad story. Nobody cares. When I was a kid, I said nobody gave a shit. Okay, because I don't think they do. Nobody gives a shit. You have your own story. Everybody's got one. Who cares? I got born in a taxi. Nobody cares. Reality is you got to care for yourself. You got to deal with self-motivation. Everything I did, people put me down. Damn it. My first name being a girl's name, that sucked bad enough. Okay, what do we get to do? I was jumping and kicking the door jam at 10. That's no possible. I kicked the basketball hoop at T-Weaker Junior High when I'm 14. The hoop's only 9 feet. 9 feet, okay, 10 feet of the backboard. I'm just having fun. I don't know anybody else can't do it. Register newspaper, takes a picture. White boy can jump. Then I hear a white man can't jump. What the hell's wrong with these idiots? That light was 13 damn feet. It's a mindset. Gee, you got to believe in you. You've got to believe in you. If you roll the dice, it's not you anyway. It's a damn division. Why would you ever do business as a corporate you? It makes no sense. A division can roll the dice, give it a hell of a try. As long as they're trying, we're not dying. If we're not trying, we might as well friggin' be dead. That's the way it works. If I roll a division, I got nothing to lose. If I roll the corporate, I got everything to lose in my family. If it's me, I'm a duck and a sheep. So we got to see it, believe it, go get it. We got to change the way we think. If you drove by the Wendy's restaurant today, it's on the right-hand side. Left-hand side is the Jack in the Box, right across the street. What do we get to do? We get to play the game to win. To play what? The game to win. But here's the problem. When I was a kid, I gathered magazines. I'm looking about who's rich and famous. All right? When you get dropped off Redondo Beach Pier at 6:30 in the morning when you're 3.5 years old, what would you do? She wrote down the window and said, if you're not here at 5 o'clock, I'll leave you to die. Her eyes went red. That's like the devil's wife. Okay. Ran over to the pier. Got to stay warm. Hungry, eat out of a trash can. Guy catches me stealing off of his stand. Grabs my hand. I think he's going to throw me overboard. All I can say is, boy, take out my trash or I'll call the police. Which one am I going to pick, huh? I was known as boy till I was 9.5 years old, cleaning the chum buckets and going to ranches on the weekend, shoveling horse and cow, you know what. To life is a lesson. See, you are learning how to do things because you're learning to apply something in your life. Any ding-dong can go to school, do the test, get the paper. But life teaches you how to do your job. But you don't do your own research. Most of you follow the ducks and the sheep. I'm reading book after book after book because I want to get out of hell. I was motivated. You have an oh shit day. What do you do? Remember what I had up on the board in the first place. Oh shit, day, week, month, or year. What am I going to do? If I don't plan the problem, I will not be prepared. If I don't plan the problem, I will not be prepared. So when I lose my job or have a problem with money, I got to grab some money. What do? Grab the money. But then it goes back to what you did, every one of you. Every one of you jacked up your personal cards. You dropped your score, you got stuck, couldn't get any more. Every card needs a sticky in the back of it. Sticky. We got to dummy proof this. When I do something new, I feel stupid. I always feel stupid because I challenge myself and I put a lot of pressure on me. If I don't look at that $10,000 card at $2,900 only, and I mark it on the back of the card, I'm going to think it's $10,000. Okay? I'm going to think I can piss away $10,000. Every card that's $10,000, I write as $2,800 only because that's all I can spend. $10,000, I can't spend $10,000. I spend $2,900. That's on the damn sticky. See, if you were the discipline you need to be, you wouldn't back yourself in a damn corner. This is $50,000, only 29% rule. If I have $100,000 of personal credit, that means I need $29,000 of safety. That leaves me $71,000 of what? All right, $71,000 for oh shit day, week, month, or year. See, the problem with oh shit day, week, month, or year, it doesn't last forever. You made it last longer because you didn't know what the hell you're doing. That way, when someone has shitty credit, it's 3, 6 years, or 9 years. You drug it on. You didn't plan the problem. All you had to do is make sure you jacked up these cards. They don't fluctuate. You don't find anybody on social media teaching the truth. I do. They don't understand. Eventually, they'll probably copy me, but that's okay, too. These don't fluctuate. There are 100,000 paid over time limit, and they're limited. If I have an oh shit day, month, week, or year, what am I going to do? I'm not jacking these up. I'm jacking these up because I don't drop my score. We are measured by our credit score. We are measured by our credit score. We're measured by our Social Security number and our 1040 tax return. And we're measured by our assets and what we can liquidate. And someone can sue us and screw us up. And they can steal it. We have to analyze credit. Have to. 100,000 is a must. If you don't have 100,000 of personal credit, you will not be prepared for the oh shit day, week, month, or year. If you don't master the rules and tools that I designed in the 80s, the same thing's going to happen again and again. Cut out all the crap that you spend today. Corporation's a legal person. It's a legal what? So if we got an LLC here, okay, limited liability company. It's actually called a corporation as well. Maybe we have an LLP. Maybe we have a S Corp, C Corp, maybe a PC professional corporation. Okay, the next thing is a nonprofit. So what's going to happen is you have to look at what you have set up because you already have it. So we have to understand, does it make sense? If you receive money and it's an LLC, that LLC should convert to S. LLP, same thing. Okay? C Corp should be S. You see, here's the problem. You got people giving their opinions, but they haven't brought in 100 million to $1 billion like I have. All right? They understand, very simple. An S Corp allows you and a corporation to file a tax return, single filing. You don't pay any tax till you're profitable. Debt offsets taxes. Create more debt, no taxes due. Yes, you're going to get a paycheck, so what? Your house payment for your house, for your payment for you, your house for 24 years usually is paying interest. You pay the house off in the last 6 years. This would offset the tax that would be due. So who's complaining about that now? Everybody wants to, you would do this. Stop. Let's go back to basics. We have to deal with the IRS. They're in control. They're in charge. We have to play by their rules because we have no choice. But then the problem we have is most people do business as a business, and they actually let the corp do business, which is dumb. Name it after themselves or what it does. I call that double dum-dum, triple dum-dum, okay? The only thing I'm willing to sacrifice is the division. I'm willing to sacrifice the division. Why would I want to sacrifice my family and corporation? That would make no sense. Why would I want to guarantee anything when I can have a division of me to guarantee everything as a division of me? Why would I ever sign a lease of a building or a car or a credit card? Eventually, you want to fire yourself and get every credit card under the divisions from division to division and replace you because being you brings the pain home. That kind of sucks. 100,000 of business credit. That's just a must. Why? It's very simple. 100,000 of credit here, I can multiply. Every division has a credit file, but then you have to listen to what I'm about to say. We first have to daisy chain credit. To daisy chain credit. Okay? That means we're going to take a credit card and ask for 9 more cards. Maybe it's an expense card, which is free. Maybe it's a division card. Depends on the type of card it is. So what happens? They all have credit file. Credit file. This means simple. I have a corporation. I have 9 divisions. I have 10 credit files. I can go get $10 million of credit. We have a credit file. So does your spouse. So do your kids. Everyone has a credit file. Okay? Those are measured by SSN, SS5. This is measured by SS4. Again, what are we going to write off? Debt offsets taxes. I don't need tax ID here. I do not need tax ID to the divisions at all until I daisy chain the credit. So all of a sudden here, let's say I get a card, and this is how it works on my dashboard. Today, if I add you to my dashboard, all my cards, $62 million of credit, I'm allowed to add you to a card on the dashboard. Okay, it says authorized user or separate billing. Once I line you up, then it's separate billing. That's how I trigger the card. I'm using my history. Trade lines are crap. They're actually fraud. This is real life history, and we build a relationship so we can share each other's histories. A relationship does that, like in puppet mastering. It's simple. So I get to ask for separate billing for you. I don't need tax IDs here yet. I need 3 to 5 payments on every card. If I make a payment here, it reports here, like authorized user. So that means I'm building a corporation's credit history and 9 credit files with a scoring system. Scoring system. When I ask for separate billing, they'll ask for the separate tax ID. See, here's our problem with the tax ID. Tax ID triggers an 1120. That is the tax return that was triggered because you asked for 11, basically a tax ID, SS4. We, the people, got an SS5 form, which is the SSN, which triggers a 1040. That's why they tracked it. You got your first paycheck years ago. Where's my money? You went to PR, you went to HR, everything else. Where's my money? Yeah, sir, ma'am, the IRS gets their cut, you get the leftover. He said how it works. You're the puppet. Okay, you can be the puppet master too. But again, what do? So we can ask for tax IDs when we separate the billing, which is the ultimate goal for all of us. And that would be the goal we want to play the game to win. So now, you want to run your business great. Let's rebuild you like Humpty Dumpty. Let's get you through the process from here, and let's get you to make it work. But the problem is you're 35 to 75 years old. You're getting older, slower. You're not as pretty as you used to be. None of us are. It's life. Okay? Why don't you fire yourself and go buy a damn Wendy's restaurant and quit doing your shit you're doing today? That's just my opinion. Why don't you buy that damn storage unit? Okay? How much money are you really making on a monthly base or yearly base what you're doing today? Is it 8 to 10,000? Would you like 100,000? Would you replace it? See, auto income or puppet mastering means you're going to enhance your income first, 3 locations, and you fire your job. It's up to you. I think you blew it. Sorry. Why would you run a business? I think being an entrepreneur sucks. Most of you are not ready for it anyway. You're running a business because you're trying to barely survive, and I think half the time it's stressing you out and kicking your ass. I don't like stress. I like to have fun. I like to win. But again, you got choices here. Division of me, a division of me. I want you to write down division of me. I want you to think about a division of me. I want you to think a division of me. Keep saying it to yourself. Keep thinking about division of me. Okay? Because what we have to focus on as a division of me is getting past go. A division of me. Okay? Say it again, write it down, a division of me. Okay? Say it 100 times, a division of me. Meditate, close your eyes, say a division of me. Keep saying it again and again and again. You see, the division of me is going to replace you because you keep bringing the pain home, and that sucks. A division of me. I know more about divisions and division process because I invented the damn thing in 85, 86. I got permission. Division of me. Division of me. I want to guarantee something, but I don't want to, but I have to. Everybody says, well, you don't, stop. Everybody's opinion, I don't care about it anymore. This building here, I signed the lease. I signed it. All right, the lease is in a division called Ray Reynolds, all right? It says Ray's Credit. Is it Ray's Credit, the parent company, or division of Ray's Credit 101? Which is it? It's 101. See, you can take your own corporation and have these divisions the same friggin' name. When you look at the word division, you tell that to a person, oh, we want the parent company to sign for it. You got to shut up. A division is a corporation. The division word is used internally in your stock kit minute book and for the bank. That's what it's used for. Anything else, you shut up. You know, oh, this is the division. Let me stop it. Shut up. You agreed in a permission slip called resolution that a division is a corporation because it is. If a corporation is here and files a name here, it's still a corporation doing business under another name. You got to learn to walk and talk. Because your problem, if you don't learn to walk and talk, you will back yourself in a corner and they will throw the loan to value in your face. Every time they threw the word loan to value in my face, it pissed me off. What happens with me when I'm pissed off? It's simple. I get motivated. I like being pissed off sometimes. Why? That's why I bring up the past. I use it as fuel. I don't want to eat out of a trash can. It pissed me off. All right? I had to forgive my mother and father. All right? They threw me in a trash can. They got married 6 months later, and I'm a piece of shit. That's what I've been told with Mrs. Hope. So what am I going to do? Fight through hell? Or be a whiny baby in the damn corner? I'm going to kick ass. That's just me. So again, when we have a division of me, what are we going to do? Division of me. The ability. Here's a corporation. It's a management company. You ever do business as a corp? My opinion, I won't say it to you. It's stupid. If you do business and call it after you, that's called stupid. If it says what it does, that's called triple stupid. I'm sorry. When they sue this, they sue you. You're the only voice it has. You're in the bank account. You're on the houses list. You're the duck and the sheep. We got to stop that. This corporation is going to manage this. We're going to go buy a Wendy's restaurant. Guess what's going to happen? They're going to want you to sign something. Oh, we remember the word you. I have a division named Ray Reynolds, 100. I have 101. I have 102. Okay? So every one of these can sign as Ray Reynolds. Why would I want to be me? Being me, being you sucks. You bring the pain home. Why would you do that? Why would you ever do that? But then Linda would say, well, how do I daisy chain it? Stop. Today, Ray is my middle name. I already said that, correct? My first name's a freaking girl's name. If you have a middle name, you can take your middle name today. If you have a Capital One card for your first name, I want you to order a secondary card. I want a secondary card ordered today on your middle name. You do not have to provide your social at all. It's optional. When you make that payment under your first name, what it's going to do for that division in your middle name? It's going to build history. Okay? And what's going to happen is very simple. You have the right to build credit files as long as you have no intent to do fraud. The intent to do what? Fraud. Okay? Just like I did for my actors and my famous, rich and famous people, a division of different name because they don't use their name on stage because they wanted to come up with some catchy name or something. Nicolas Cage is not Nicolas Cage, by the way. Okay? So again, understanding these names out there. The Rock is not The Rock. It's Dwayne Johnson. Okay? So again, what we're allowed to do. With no intent to do what? Fraud. I'm going to buy Wendy's. Oh, there's a problem. They want $250,000 down, and I can't afford it. Shit. See, here's your problem. Every time you look at that, it's not possible. It's just it's more than I can afford. I can't do it. You never convinced yourself you could do it. There's your problem. And you should have. You should have convinced yourself you could do it. And you didn't do it. I take here, how many people would it take if I had $50,000 from each person? How many people? Say 5. So 5 people, all right, at $50,000 down, they get to own a Wendy's restaurant and partner with me. I'm one of the 5. Is that good? All right. See, now you got $8,000 a month plus, and I built the credit to finance it in the first place. I built the credit to finance it in the first place. It didn't cost you diddly squat. Now you're working smart versus hard. So now you get a piece. So we all sign our agreements in escrow as a division of ourselves. We got a Wendy's restaurant, and everybody's getting $8,000 a month. Okay? Now, that's not enough. I got to the point I made $1 million a day in 2006, 7, and 8, and 9. A day. I like that. But I measure goals differently. 100,000 a year, then a month, then a week, then a day. $1 million a year, a month, a week, then a day. Whatever goal I put out there, I want to squeeze it into a day. Okay? So my goal next was to be a trillion corporation. Trillion. Why not? I've done billion a couple times, so there's no problem doing that. It's easy shit. I mean, it's not hard. I mean, this is ridiculous. I do this in my sleep. It's boring as hell. To me, it is. But again, what do? Now, you got a part of a Wendy's restaurant. The thing you've been driving by all your life, and you got $8,000 a month to a division. Now, are we done? We're never done. We're never done. We're never done. The next thing is we're going to go do it again and again and again. But the problem we're going to have is we're going to run out of money. You can't keep using this. There's not enough of this to go around. We're going to leverage equities. When I partnered up with my ex-father-in-law, it's pretty simple. All right, Dr. Robert Soltis ran the LA School Board. He's my ex-father-in-law. Hey, Bob, you want to partner with me? He's watching me own Shakey's, 31 flavor ice cream, Subway sandwiches, shopping centers, and condos I'm building everywhere. He goes, hell yeah, why not, Ray? We each got $17,350 a month. His corporation absorbed the money, no taxes due till he's profitable. If he pulls a paycheck, then he has to pay tax, but he's got a house payment offset the taxes anyway. So what do we have to worry about? Okay? So again, it's like, I want a Nevada Corp, I want Nevada, I want a Wyoming, Delaware. That person might say he's an idiot because he is. Your state does not want you to circumvent your state. Today, your banks and any credit card you pay, look at the invoice, even if you should be paperless or basically automatic payment, it'll say P.O. Box out of state. I sold 10 times Nevada Corp to anybody on this planet. Anybody on this planet. 2009, I'm the largest registry in the world. You heard world, right? 1995, Delaware was the choice. All credit cards and banks, Delaware. They decided to have a tax and disclosure. Everybody ran to Wyoming, Nevada. What the hell's in Wyoming? I don't know. But I know Nevada's the best place in the world to have your parent company. But I don't want you to have it till you're in the profit zone. You don't need Nevada till you're in the profit zone. But it's going to be up to you as well. What do we do? See, we all have oh shit days. All of us. No matter what we say, no matter what we do, it's oh shit. What do I do? Running a business is a pain in the ass set. You don't have enough. It always comes in and goes out as fast as it does. There's always a bouncing ball that everybody wants more. The bank account's a monster. It eats the money. It just wants to eat like a gremlin. But you've got auto income. You can pay your damn bills. Auto income. If my bills are paid, can I free up my time? Can I do what I want to do? That's my original saying, the original thing I did when I was 16 in 1976. Cash flow, free up your time. That was what I did. It made sense to me. I bought my first McDonald's, or excuse me, not McDonald's, Jack in the Box, I was 19. I don't work at McDonald's or Jack in the Box, but I don't own the damn place. I want to be the bank. Is it okay to be the bank? You see, to be the bank makes sense. You control the money to get the honey. We got choices. I only have 10 businesses I like. The rest I think suck. Sorry. I only like 10. I buy main brands, a Wendy's, a Jack in the Box. I don't want the little thing in the corner, blah, blah, blah. I don't care about that. It doesn't have a name that's proven to itself. Every client I've watched, oh, I want to buy this one, Ray, it's good. It's a good restaurant. They've been around for years. I said, but they don't have basically NDA. They don't have a disclosure. They didn't sign an agreement to help you for 6 months to a year. And on top of that, their brother, their cousin, uncle is going to open one across the street and put your ass out of business. Oh, it's happened 9 out of 10 times. I tell them no, but they do it anyway. Oh, well, I think we should buy a Wendy's or a Jack in the Box. What do you think? A storage unit, a laundromat, a car wash. Why not? You can't afford the $250, but you can afford $50. Why? Because I'm going to take it off of a damn credit card or a line of credit. We'll take it off the damn credit card. You see, the fun thing is credit cards have courtesy checks. All right? So we'll take the worst cards as well. A little extra cash. This is my son's. He's only 11 years old. He turns 12 next week. Okay? How about a combo card? How about my daughter who just turned, all right, literally 18 the other day? Every child I have, I've trained them since they were born. They know what daddy does. They have to do one thing. My children must have an 800 plus score, okay? Or I will not do what needs to be done, what they ask me to do something for them. I blackmail my children. I've done it all my life. My first 4 daughters, you get A plus, you get a $45,000 car and you're 16. Okay? If you get A only, you get only $30,000. My first 4 daughters got brand new cars. Amy, the shining star, 4.5. She got a F-51 truck 4x4 at 16 because she deserved it. My current wife for the last several decades, honey, we're not going to do that for these kids. Yes, dear. You see, I say yes, dear, because I understand one thing. In my family, I am the man, I am the king of the castle. That's just the way it is. Then I step aside and let my wife run the house because that's called being a smart man. Okay, why would I want to run the damn house? She does better than I do. If I get her the house, she can turn it into a home. She leaves me friggin' alone, I get to go kill it. I do my job. That's the goal. We get to play the game to win. So I want you to change the way you think today. I think you want to run a business. Sorry, I would rather, if we got to rebuild you, okay, we'll do that. Well, why don't we think about reaching a goal and look at the 38 steps? Why don't we understand it takes 8 times to hear something to master it anyway? And if our goal is to win the game of business, why would you run your business, which is killing you mentally anyway in most cases? It sucks, but that's just what I'll say. Auto income is the key. I think if you do what I ask you to do, when Santos lines him up to knock him down, which he's got more lined up, okay? The worst thing is, here's the worst one, okay? Let me grab this one here, it's 475, okay? Partner with me in this one here, you only get 6,000 a month. That's all, okay? Only one of you gets to get 6,000, I get 6,000. So we get 12,000 a month, okay, that's it. Wow, is it enough? Hell yes. As long as we have $5,000 positive cash flow per month, we're gonna go get it. Because that's more than you're getting out of income now. Then the value's gonna go up and away. I don't like selling anything anyway. Later on, if you wanna sell your part, I'll buy your part. That's how it works. It's just only a do-it-yourself car wash, okay? It's kinda ugly. But if you know we made it a little prettier and the city keeps growing, what are they gonna do? The volume goes up and away. Would 6,000 be enough for you per division? That's a starting point, right? So if we take the worst case, we're going to do that. So we got to focus on turnkey auto income. I didn't know what to call it, sorry. Okay, the word's going, what's auto income? I don't know. It's simple. All right, getting money coming in automatically. The Wendy's restaurant's managed by a management company, and you're basically, let's say we got 5 people in this right here, and every one of them in that 5 people get a check through an escrow company. A management company. Every month they get a check. It goes into your corporation. But again, why is it going to your corporation? Because you did it through a division. Your division's on the same bank account. There's the goal. Same bank account. And that's the ultimate goal for all of us. So Nick, I know we're going to take a break in 3 minutes or so. Where's that slide we need to put if they want to continue to play with me some more today and tomorrow? See, what's going to happen is, so the first hour or so here so far, we invited the world, all right, to go to webinar and social media. See, if you want to play, now it's time to pay. If not, you have to go away. See, I get to rhyme all the time too. Sorry, that's just me. It's been happening since I was a kid. So we get to play the game to win. So again, he's going to basically do this, very simple. You're going to click, click, click. Is it there? Oh. Okay, put it over there and over here. It's okay. So you have the ability to call the office right now, 800-254-9506. Write it down, 800-254-9506. And if you want to continue playing the rest of the day and tomorrow and the next day, call them right away, sign up for the days, and get to play. See, if you play with me and even partner up and all kinds of stuff, guess what's going to happen? We're going to build a division, auto income. And I like to multiply it times 10. At least times 9 to 10, please. See, you need to have that 100,000 a month. Because at the end of the day, we get to enjoy life. That's the goal, right? Next year, my wife, I've promised her for a couple of years now. And you know what I promised her? That I would go on a business trip. I said, as long as I can broadcast. Okay? You see, this will be my 50th year next year. And she says, honey, you got to retire. I said, honey, I'm having too much fun. So that's the ultimate goal. Do I click anything? Answer the question right here. Okay. Should I be changing my LLC to an S Corp now, or do you wait? You don't do it now at all. Don't you dare. Okay? We're going to tear it apart. We're not done. We're going to go through basically volume 1, level 1 to S Corps and C Corps. You leave it alone. Okay? I want none of you changing anything right now at all. Because when we're done playing this game, I want you to win the game. Okay? Because on that LLC, I need to know how much money's coming in. Do we have a division process? Okay? S Corp is only when we're making money. Until then, you leave it alone. Got it so far? Very, very simple. And we get to play this game to win. All right, so he's clickety, clickety, clack. Okay. Well, that's cute. All right. If you want to continue to play, okay, you can call that number right away. It's very simple, and what we get to do is play the game for the next 3 days. Rest of the day, Saturday and Sunday. And again, as Santos said, I want this to be my last and final summit, boot camp, whatever you want to call it. I don't want to do another one. It's not because of anything else. It's kind of boring to me. Sorry. I've done it for 49, so it'll be 50 years now. So my son wants to take over for me. He's only 11 and 12. Believe me, he knows exactly what I've been teaching him. I got junior and senior partners here as well, and they're going to be junior and senior coaches. So they'll be okay. I'll broadcast every once in a while. See, I got to go on a business trip next year. She wants to go to Ireland, to the castle. She wants to go to Italy, Rome, all these good places. Okay, no problem, honey. All right, that's how it works. So here you click, call the number right away. If not, I'm going to say, I'm sorry, but you blew it. You could have got me for 2.5 more days. All right, we're going to take a 10-minute break. We'll be right back. Long 10 minutes, a little longer than we thought it would be.